The city hosting the final of the Hero Indian Women's League, Ahmedabad, is a good example of contrast between materialistic attitude and spirituality of self-renunciation. One of the fastest growing cities in India, a center for information technology, education and industry. The Sabarmati Ashram and the Tran Darwaza and even the Bhadra Fort are the foremost historical sites of the city. And even the Kankaria Lake and Vastrapur Lake are the places which let you feel the pleasure of the nature. And Ahmedabad has been selected as one of the 100 Indian cities to be developed as a smart city under the Government of India's flagship project. And in every timeline of Indian women's football, these are the two clubs which have shaped recent memory of dramatic endings of trophy lifting heritage. And so the immediate future feels so much like the glorious past because all the starting points and stages, halts and turns have led us to this ending. Kickstart and Gokulam Kerala are in the final of the Hero Indian Women's League. And Kickstart have made a history by reaching their first ever Hero Indian Women's League final. The team led by their captain Dalima Chiba enjoyed a memorable campaign, finishing second in Group B, beating Hops 2-1 in the quarter-finals. In the semi-finals, however, Kickstart went on to beat Setu Madurai by a 2-0 scoreline and was placed third in the Hero Indian Women's League last season. And ahead of their campaign this year, the head coach Langam Chauba Devi had affirmed that her side will not just aim for another podium finish, but the top prize as well. And their front three of Kyoko Elizabeth, Kavya and Bibicha have scored combined 20 goals. And if there was ever a taste of survival, a Kickstart and Gokulam Kerala have already decided to swim and not sink, already decided to stand, not lay down, and that is why these two sides are here this evening, going for glory, going for the shiny trophy. The glittering trophy dancing in the center of their eyes, a Kickstart's inconsistency has turned into a stubborn resilience over the last few weeks. And Gokulam are drowning into the deep, but they are master survivors and they have found a formula. And tonight we go back to that prime instinct of survival of the fittest. Kickstart in their run-up to the final have scored 34 goals. They've conceded only 3 and have managed to keep 6 clean sheets. And Chauba Devi, their head coach, has something to say ahead of the final.
Okay, this is the first time Kickstart is reaching in the final and we are playing against the champion team Gokulam Kerala FC. Now my team is a mix of some experienced players and some young, most of the players are very young. But in Gokulam side they have a very experienced player, but let's see what the result will be, because I will play all out to grab this championship, because we are all well determined with our teams and we are focusing that definitely we will do something different in this final match.
11 different goal scorers in the setup for Kickstart and always have options, and so does Anthony. Sometimes too many, but it doesn't tinker this time, not much at least. And Dalima Chiba keeps her place alongside Linthoi Gambi, and the midfield protectors remains the same. No changes from Chauba Devi tonight as she goes with a 4-4-2. Oinam Babita starts ahead of Sonia to play a final. And what about Elizabeth and Saru Limbu together? They have scored 14 goals for the team from Bangalore. And everybody at the disposal of both these coaches. Renuka, she will be a little bit upset to find herself on the bench. Big part of success in the back line for Kickstart. And now over to the Malabarians, the double defending champions of the Hero Indian Women's League. Thrilling semi-final win on Friday saw both the teams reach the final, and Gokulam Kerala defeated Eastern Sporting Union by a 5-1 scoreline. The Malabarians are now just a win away from their third consecutive Hero Indian Women's League crown and will be aiming to continue their dominance. The reigning champions have been in excellent form throughout the campaign, having some of the most experienced stalwarts like Asharata Devi, Dangmei Grace Indumati and scoring machine Sabitra Bhandari, who has bagged 28 goals. And tonight she will look for more. They form a strong core of the team and managed to secure 8 wins out of a total 9. And this was the victory in the quarters and the tiebreaker, sending Odisha FC out of the race. And the Malabarians walk out of the team bus. The Hero Indian Women's League has thrown up riveting storylines and surprises. Winners in the last few seasons. A 6-year-old club which will be banking upon its good run of form in recent tournaments, and a formidable squad under the tutelage of the head coach Anthony Andrews. The Gokulam Kerala have had an idle build-up to the Hero Indian Women's League, bagged their first scoreline Kerala Women's League title last year. The Malabarians were also became the first Indian club to play in the AFC Women's Club Championship in December last year, where they went down to top West Asian clubs. The Malabarians defeated the side from Uzbekistan by 3-1 in their last group game. And ahead of their encounter, the head coach Anthony Andrews excited for today's clash.
It's been the third year for Gokulam to be the champion, and we are here with well prepared. We are motivated as much as we are also excited to play this game. Again, Kickstart is a very good, solid team in the defensive, utility players in the attacking unit, but we are prepared and we have done our homework well, and I'm hoping to win the championship again for the club.
The double defending champions head into this game by keeping the same side compared to the last game, and it contains the likes of Jangmei Grace, Shilki Devi, Roja Devi. She has scored in the quarterfinal for Gokulam. It is a typical 4-2-3-1 from Anthony Andrews. Sabitra Bhandari, part of the previous title-winning team as well back in 2019, and Sandhya, also a title winner. This is a team full of experience and spearheaded by the young and exciting Sabitra Bhandari. And Martina is the new face on the bench for Gokulam tonight. Whoever has come on during the time when the players were the starters, and they all performed at the same level. Sabitra Bhandari was unbelievable against Eastern Sporting Union. A big day, a big night for fans, for players, for everyone involved after what has been a grueling and fantastic season. And as they wait, they must think a blare of exhaustion, a blink of excitement in the semi-finals. They will both try to break each other's shape in this volatile green canvas, as fatigue and sweat, mentality and ability are all artists together. For once you think of the days gone by, of the rivalries between the Blues and the Maroons, and those spirits seem new and true in this sacred space. On the other side lies footballing heaven. It is the gliding presence of Kickstart's eagle on the crest soaring over Gokulam's Malabarians, the navigators of so many choppy waters, and they have players who can change the course. And of course, Shri Kalyan Chobe is there, the All India Football Federation president, as Indian football moves into new territory. And not just new territory, even a settled territory. And we are in the 6th season of the Hero Indian Women's League. And Bibicha will have to get up to the speed of the game, something that maybe she hasn't been able to achieve in the last couple of games. And Chauba Devi tinker up front. And now the former Gokulam Kerala star Dalima plays tonight, as she is up against her former side. And the well-being of Indian women's football extremely healthier at this point. So many national team players on display here in a showpiece game, the season decider. What a brilliant matchup we have here, and everything will be tested and they will leave everything behind. The league has established itself as one of the contenders of being one of the best in the future in Southeast Asia. The quality going up every single season. And these two sides have at least 8 starting 11 players from the national side. So it's a showpiece game tonight. The game healthy, in a great position, and it's only going to move forward. Brilliant, of course. These two clubs are now involved in Ahmedabad in the final for the very first time. And the referee in charge of this crucial game, the very experienced Kanika Burman, and she is assisted by Yuvena Fernandez and Chim Seto. The fourth official for today's game is Rachana Kamani, and the match commissioner Abhishek Yadav, and the referee assessor Bentila Dikot from Kerala. And talking about settled 11s and the settled players in those 11s, Dalima Chibar and Jangmei Grace with the captain's armband so settled in their roles, and have cemented their place in the history of this game in this country. Gokulam Kerala are playing the Hero Indian Women's League final for the third time in a row, winning the previous two editions. As for Kickstart, they are making a first Hero Indian Women's League final appearance. It's a neutral venue tonight. The win percentage at this venue is with the Malabarians, but in a final, records mean nothing. Got to be switched on and prepared for every situation and have to see their chance when it presents itself. And who will take that chance is the question tonight, which we'll look to answer over the course of the next 90 minutes or more. One of those records that Kickstart failed to score in the previous meeting against Gokulam Kerala last year. But these are two best counter-attacking sides, and Kickstart rejuvenated under the new head coach Chauba Devi. And Anthony Andrews knows a win tonight, and it's going to be second successive title for Anthony Andrews. And we come back to discussing tactics and everything that has been said before the game. Dalima Chiba, what a way to cement her place in a new role. Warriors, commanders in the middle of the pitch, and creators Sadu Limbu, along with some of the girls of Kickstart. It's a group effort to get here, to get to this point. Bibicha and Sadu Limbu stand out throughout the season, and now they're gonna stand out tonight. And who is the team that can hold this stand together? That is key. Gokulam Kerala have scored at a rate of 6 goals and half per game, and that is gonna be music to the ears of Kickstart defense. And Chauba Devi, of course, has turned the season on its head. And now they get ready for the mega final in this blockbuster Sunday night. So welcome to this most colourful setting to Ahmedabad, to the Hero Indian Women's League final between Gokulam Kerala and Kickstart. There is a clarity of nostalgia in the air, as two clubs which are part of country's dramatic footballing history in a short span of time clash on this Nights of Nights, and it is below that they will circle green parrots and maroon, their feathers raised into ruffs. It is here that they will sport, raising into the air, talent locked, stars on their shoes. This is where they will claim and counter-claim and counter-attack. This is where they will leave everything behind, and we all hope for a frantic, feverish final game of football. So Kickstart FC and Gokulam Kerala, the Hero Indian Women's League title decider. Kickstart, a back four, made it a back five with Limbu and Margaret sitting in there. They know if Elizabeth scores a goal tonight, they will have an extremely good opportunity to get a result, because defensively they are so good at keeping clean sheets, limiting chances, and Linthoi Gambi between the sticks has been outstanding. She is eyeing for her fourth golden glove in the Hero Indian Women's League, and Sabitra Bhandari looking for the first constructive build-up for Gokulam Kerala of this mega final. Door opening up down the right hand side, shot comes in from Indumati, just flies over the crossbar for a goal kick. What do you expect in the practice pitch? You have developed yourself into different profiles. What we need to see is your balance in the game, and how the defense works, and how the midfield coordinates well with the defenders, and how quick you get into the attacking zone. It's all about playing an attractive brand of football tonight. They will look to press in the middle, press high. That is what is important, and what you do after pressing is the key. And how Gokulam Kerala will look to maneuver themselves, use the width as per the strength, and you want to go into that 1v1 situation between the defenders, and breaking the lines is very important for these youngsters. And the coaches would have been in the whiteboards to discuss that, and what a fantastic opportunity. We saw Kickstart play in the last match. They delivered very well, and happy with their performance, but still a lot more to care for them. Well, Kickstart have probably realized title could be a stretch now, but rivalries are made sweeter when you stop your opponent. They march towards the title. That psychological battle today will be played out on the pitch. A battle which Kickstart needs to learn to win if they are to keep the pressure on Gokulam Kerala. Without a shadow of a doubt, the Malabarians step into this game as the clear favourites. The previous two encounters, the Malabarians went down against Odisha in the quarterfinal and against the Manipur champions Eastern Sporting Union. And they've made a strong comeback. We'll be looking to make a quick start here as Anthony Andrews welcome backs Ranjana Chanu into the starting 11. The number 14 back into the 11 after serving a suspension. And Asta Murao with the header. Shilki Devi was very alert to the danger. Dalima Chiba taking the aerial route. There is Beatrice. She was the player of the match against Odisha FC. Stopping 3 penalty shots. Anthony Andrews made his name as a youth coach. Worked for PIFA, the Maharashtra-based side, and also had stints with Minerva Punjab. The flag stays down. Bivicha rolls it across. Ashalata Devi with the interception. Gokulam getting out of the danger zone as quickly as possible as Roja Devi with a step over loses control of the ball. It's back inside the Kickstart territory. Here's Kritina, the right full back. A 6 successive start for the number 2. Shilki Devi moves the ball forward and now slipping in Sabitra Bhandari from an acute angle. What a strike! Migration of goal from Nepal, and now she is part of Gokulam's golden generation. A stunning strike from Sabitra Bhandari from the most difficult of angles. Maibam Linthoi taken by surprise, getting in between couple of defenders. She lets fly. A brilliant goal, and for Gokulam, a night to remember even more. Sabitra Bhandari on the score sheet. Goal number 29 for the Nepalese international. And Gokulam Kerala tastes blood. What a phenomenal strike. And Kalyan Chobe, a goalkeeper during his playing days, must be addressing the mistakes which Linthoi Gambi have committed, which has resulted into that wonderful strike from Sabitra Bhandari. Kickstart now have it all to do. They'll have to try and take the game to Gokulam Kerala. But for the time being, they'll have to defend with all hands on deck here. And after a slow start in the previous 2 encounters, Gokulam Kerala making their intentions very clear. In this night of all nights, a very cheap giveaway. Roja Devi on the turn. Linthoi Gambi will claim that all day long. And she is not to be blamed for conceding that goal. It was rather a very quality strike, a high quality strike from Sabitra Bhandari. And Linthoi Gambi was beaten, all ends up. A crowning glory and the shining jewel that Gokulam Kerala has. And goal number 60 for the Malabarians comes off her feet. With that, she becomes the all-time top goal scorer in the history of the Hero Indian Women's League with 45 goals. The second best to Bala Devi's 43. Here is Indumati. Cleverly was looking to win the corner, which she does as Linthoi Gambi preventing the ball from going out. And a corner for Gokulam Kerala. Kickstart Football Club completely shot in the foot here. A corner taken shot. Ranjana Chanu with a drift and going up for it was Sandhya. The offside flag going up against the number 7 who is on 6 goals. Gokulam's front 4 firing on all cylinders. A floater from Ranjana Chanu. The flag going up immediately from Yuvena Fernandez. And Kickstart have probably realized the title could be a stretch now. And Gokulam will be hoping for a better day in the office and more support from that front line and more inroads towards the middle of the park from where they can try and get a shot or two on target. And knowing Chauba Devi and how particular she must have tried to fix those errors, she has been very open about what haunted the team, and she also knows how this team can haunt her this evening. It is a test of character for Kickstart, having going down early in a game of this stature. They lost against Gokulam last season as well. Kyoko Elizabeth, she will have a huge role to play this evening here in terms of Kickstart's fortune. Shilki Devi, Gokulam looking to reassemble from the back. They are a well-drilled side. Ranjana Chanu escaping the first challenge. Slow passing build-up from Gokulam Kerala, enjoying Lions' share of possession inside their own half. Kritina down the line for Sandhya, shifting wings, the number 7. In front of her is Dangmei Grace offering a run. Now the reverse pass, the number 11 will get to it ahead of Pakpi Devi. What a nice sliding challenge from the left full back. That will lead it to a throw-in rather for Gokulam Kerala. Well-timed challenge from Pakpi Devi. Now Gokulam Kerala will look to exploit the Kickstart's left hand side where Pakpi Devi is stationed. A good player without a shadow of a doubt, but not so experienced like Bunty Sharma. And Anthony Andrews is sensing something here in a deeper discussion along with the team manager, Ashok Kumar Balakrishnan. It looks like an early slumber for Gokulam. Ranjana Chanu is limping. And Anthony Andrews will be hoping that injury to Ranjana is not too serious. She scored a goal this campaign from a crossing position. There is Praveen as well, the owner of the Gokulam Kerala team, in the dugout. Gokulam Kerala going through a purple patch. And the Indian football, both in the men's and women's football. Indumati. Gone through a blue shirt. Asharath Devi with a clean header. Interception from Dalima Chibar. Kickstart Football Club, they need to produce something special going forward to break Gokulam's defensive solidity, the defensive stubbornness. Ranjana Chanu carrying the ball towards the halfway line, threading it forward, looking for the run of Sabitra Bhandari. A tad too long that pass. Ranjana Chanu, of course, is a regular starter for the India women's national side. Very few could have predicted Kickstart to make it to the final, let alone making it out of the group stages in their debut Indian Women's League campaign, but they have defied all odds, reaching at this stage of competition, finishing second in group containing heavyweights like Setu Madurai, Eastern Sporting Union and the ISL franchisee Odisha FC. Overcoming Hops and Setu again in the semi-finals was the stuff of dreams that came true. The side from Karnataka were clear underdogs in the semi-finals, facing the former winners. And once again they managed to change the picture with Kyoko Elizabeth slotting in the opener and Saru Limbu unleashing a screamer in the first half for the eventual victory. As Setu had their chances with Apurna Narzari, Kajol D'Souza and Priyanka Devi missing big opportunities. All the credit went to Kickstart to retain their solidity that had allowed only 3 goals throughout the season. Sabitra Bhandari striding forward with confidence, but this time decision going against the number 9, as Kanika Burdman was close to the incident. It looks like the decision has gone Sabitra Bhandari's way. That was a hefty challenge from Linthoi Gambi, who was adjudged the hero of the match in the crucial encounter against Sethu Madurai. Kickstart winning the first Southern Derby of the season. Up against Gokulam Kerala in the season's second Southern Derby, which is a potential title decider as well. And Sabitra Bhandari's stunning strike separating the two teams. It was an absolute peach of a strike from Sabitra Bhandari. That is worthy of another watch here. Just bulging the second post rather. Impeccable placement. And now they have a free kick here, Gokulam Kerala. Ashalata Devi with 1 assist in the previous game. That soars above the crossbar. And no troubles for Linthoi Gambi. And Sethu Madurai were the runners-up of the previous edition, where they got knocked out in the semi-final. And Kickstart would have to allow the butterflies in the stomach to settle down before they go all out in attack. And Elizabeth heavily marked Sarulimbu in a slightly withdrawn role. Kickstart going with a 4-4-2 as usual. Astamurao and Sarulimbu sitting deep in midfield. And Kiyoko Elizabeth was supported by Babita Devi and Bibicha and the number 99 Kavya on the two wings. We are into the first quarter of this game. Kickstart FC nil, Gokulam Kerala with a slender lead here. Gokulam Kerala, and not much of a difference in terms of the ball possession, just 55-45 in Gokulam's favour. A goal is what matters in the game of football, and Gokulam have managed to strike. Here is Bhandari controlling the ball, inviting for support. Beautiful ball. Roja Devi will get there with her pace, which she does. Jockeying her is Bibicha. A support from Ranjana. Delivers early. It goes all the way through. No one in maroon is present at the far post. It's Pakpi Devi, keeps it in play. That's nicely done by the number 2. Comes back inside, Shilki Devi with a no-nonsense clearance. Kickstart Football Club conceding possession with some erratic passing. The midfield not been able to impose her so far. Quick feet here. Ooh, that's a nice ball from Elizabeth. Waiting for the run of Bibicha. Finally manages to get it across, but the cross was lacking in quality. And goal kick awarded to Gokulam. It was a big gamble played by Anthony Andrews, not deciding to tinker with his back line. Sabita Bhandari was into her stride. This time Kickstart defense was alert to the danger. A battle for the ball in midfield. A support arriving from Linthoi Gambi. She takes a look up, trying to spot the run of Elizabeth. Stays strong there. Mitchell Castanha. She knows what it takes to play in the final. The Sub-Junior India International has lifted the Southeast Asians major trophy last year in Jamshedpur in India colours. Martina Thokchum in the bench for Gokulam is a big surprise for the Gokulam Kerala fans. Martina made appearance for India against Brazil last year in South America in the preparations for the under 17 FIFA World Cup, and the only player from the under 17 category to make a senior appearance. She's solidly built. Was an important cog in the wheel for Indian Arrows last year. The Malabarians had to produce another comeback in the knockouts of the competition, especially in the semi-final. Yumlam Kamla Devi put Eastern Sporting Union ahead, lobbing a bit rise off a line, and Indumati equalized from the spot soon after, and Gokulam Kerala did not look back. Bhandari rounded Panthoi to give her side the lead before assisting the substitute Vivian Ajay to make it 3-1. The Nepalese international, however, also put in a delightful cross for Indu to complete her brace, and scored her 27th of the season in just 9 games to round the 5-1 victory. The manner of the win helped them restore their usual self after Odisha FC pushed them all the way to the penalties, playing out a 1-all draw, and only Bitrise heroics in the shootout took them through. Gokulam invading deep inside the Kickstart territory. Works it to the left wing into the penalty area. Roja Devi. There's no one in the center, and now support arriving in the form of Savitra Bhandari. She was waiting behind Linthoi Gambi, and she keeps waiting. A nice step over from Kavya. A crucial intervention from Kritina. Kavya getting another bite on the cherry. Now door opens up for Elizabeth. One step over, cutting inside, but a crucial block from the number 2 Kritina, stopping the Kenyan on her tracks. Possession is back now with the side from Bangalore. The Bangalore did held the Hero Indian Women's League's 4th edition back in 2019, where Gokulam Kerala defeated Kripsa in the final. Saru Limbu had a stunning season, scoring 7 goals. Gokulam Kerala just trying to slow down the tempo. It is quite difficult to play at a same tempo in conditions like this. And that right ankle is troubling Ranjana Chanu time and again. She is back on her feet. An acknowledgement towards Kanika Burman that she is perfectly fine. That was Kiyoko. The defenders of her caliber, of her pedigree, is gotten used to challenges like that. And she is well aware of the fact in a game of this magnitude, tackles will fly in. That's a clever turn from Sandhya. 2 waiting in the middle. And Sandhya goes directly for goal, and she scores. 2 strikes from a very difficult angle. And Kickstart will have Linthoi Gambi to blame for this particular error. And Sandhya slipping it through from the near side. That was a fine turn, leaving the number 2 Pakpi Devi for dead. And then that shimmy onto her right. Saw that tiny little window and slipping it through the window. And maybe during her childhood days she practiced shooting through windows. Gokulam Kerala's Miss Perfectionist, taking her individual tally to 7, and Gokulam rush into a 2 goals lead. Just before the game was having a word with Anthony Andrews, and this is exactly what he's mentioned, looking to kill the game before the water break. That is exactly what his side has managed to do so far. He will be extremely happy with the start provided by his team. Successfully playing the brand of football which he would have wanted. And now tempting bounce. Half a yard of space for Babita. She went for it right away. Kyoko Elizabeth feeding the number 20, waiting for the bounce, using her outstep. That wasn't going goalwards. No shots on target yet from Kickstart. Sarulimbu can registered their first. Bibicha with the cross, dipping and swerving. And Bitrise saw that sail over the crossbar for a goal kick. Kyoko Elizabeth, the go-to scorer for Kickstart, capitalized on a through ball and a defensive lapse from Setu to poke it past the keeper for a crucial opener in the semi-final. The Kenyan also scored the winning header in stoppage time against Hops to take her team through. And her threat on the counter and tendency of scoring in crucial moments of the game is what Kickstart will rely upon to do the possible damage to Gokulam. But that looks quite difficult. Gokulam playing with a lot more pep and zest, and that does happen when you are 2 goals ahead. Kickstart still struggling to wake up from this slumber. They will have to do that as soon as possible and start stomping ahead. Stand in their way. The double defending champions in the driver's seat now. There's Indumati joining Gokulam Kerala from Lord Zefe. Outrageous piece of skill from Indumati as well. Just eliminating a couple of blue shirts out of the equation. And Gokulam Kerala in complete control of this game. Dalima Chiba Seda. They have quite successfully exploited Pakpi Devi, Anthony Andrews, by fielding Sandhya on the right hand side. Getting his tactics absolutely spot on, Anthony Andrews. The left full back is one of the weak links in this Kickstart setup. And there's that trailing leg from Sarulimbu, challenge from behind on Chilki Devi. Begging for innovation, begging for creativity. Swinging in a delivery. Sabitra Gwandawi goes up for it. It's so close. That could have been third. Look at that. Completely unmarked, making herself available. Out jumps the markers. And that was almost nestling into the back of the net. Trudging up from her designated left full back's position to take this throw in. She's been omnipresent from the left wing. Ranjana Chanu continues to play with a slight niggle for the sake of her team. That's what you call commitment from the senior India international. Kickstart certainly do not know where to look, finding it very hard to come out of the region. Kanika Burman just checking her watch and blowing the whistle for the first water break of this grand finale. There's 28 minutes on the clock and we have the first water break. Kickstart go into the break trailing by a couple of goals. Thanks to the strikes from Sabitra Bhandari and Sandhya, as she was once the most valuable player of the Hero Indian Women's League. On song tonight as well. This was Sabitra's strike. Quality written all over it. A clever turn from Sandhya. Sabitra was waiting in the center, just kept the defense second guessing, and all of them expecting a cutback towards Sabitra. And in fact, number 12 Roja Devi also made a decoy run inside the penalty area, moving away from her marker. Sandhya going for goal, just taking the entire Kickstart FC backline for surprise. Even Maibam Linthoi Gambi was completely flabbergasted by that tiny shimmy onto her right foot. That is where Sandhya managed to do the damage. The Nepalese Saru Limbu, she scored a long-range pile driver, but she did more than just that throughout the campaign. And Limbu's presence in the middle of the park gives Kickstart control with her battle for every duel, and joining in attack makes her a cut above the rest. And she will be desperate to have a big impact tonight here. But that impact hardly been visible so far. Kickstart dancing to the tunes of Gokulam Kerala. One way then the other from Roja Devi. She is confronted by Dalima Chiba and now pursued by Bibicha. Gokulam Kerala overloading the left flank. Ranjana Chanu will look to unlock that channel. Went off balance slightly. And Gokulam Kerala eating away in ball possession. It's 57-43. They're having a vice-like grip in this game. A lack of coordination, in complete disarray. They are disintegrating at the back time and again, Kickstart. They will have to get their acts together. Can Bibicha provide that lifeline? Comes out to Saru Limbu to a central position for Asta Murao. Linthoi Gambi taking it off Sabitra Bhandari's feet, urging for a diagonal, a towering header from Mitchell Castana, winning the shoulder battle. Babita and tees up the number 99. She manages to get her shot away. Goes narrowly wide. And that was Kavya with the attempt. Just robbed off Sandhya by Babita. Tees up the number 99. Went with her left foot. Just hitting the bottle behind the touchline. And got to hit the target more often than not. So sizable crowd here at the Trans Stadia for this Sunday night blockbuster. Ranjana playing it confidently towards Ashalata Devi. Gokulam Kerala looking to play out from the back. That is one of the traditional way how they build up. This is Ashalata Devi. A smart pass for Dangmei Grace. Kritina brings it under control. Another channel ball for Sandhya. It's still in play. Gokulam in the ascendancy. What can they fabricate from the right hand side? Dangmei Grace. Flag stays down low, cross comes in. Easily defended by Linthoi Gambi. Adding more distance to that clearance. Not too far though. Gokulam reset themselves and redelivers inside the box. This is Gambi with a long goal kick, looking to make a run behind, but Gokulam Kerala defense falling back very quickly, trying to mitigate the space behind. Anthony Andrews seemed to have done his homework. Kickstart Football Club slightly out of sorts, out of ideas in the final third. Gokulam Kerala player looks to be in great agony. Kanika Burman stopping play. She needs a treatment. Ashalata Devi. She's been the pillar of strength in Gokulam's defense and regarded as one of the best defenders in Asia. This was the incident. Limbu, her attempt hitting Mitchell Castana straight onto her tummy. Sometimes that can be very, very painful. Can cause breathing issues as well. Fans of different age group in the stands. A few Gokulam Kerala fans on the stands as well, travelling all the way from Kerala. As Kerala football going through a dream run at present in Indian football. We'll be looking to add another chapter in Indian women's football's history. Savitra Bhandari with the layoff for Sandhya. In the middle, waiting is Indumati. Ball comes in towards shouts of handball. A genuine case of handball, and Kanika Burman pointing to the spot for a penalty. That's a clear handball. Dalima Chibber certainly is not happy with the referee's decision. Indumati, a brilliant first touch. That's a clear handball from Dalima Chibber. The referee was right at the spot. Getting that absolutely spot on, Kanika Burman. And Indumati, she converted against Eastern Sporting Union in the semi-final, brought back Gokulam Kerala. A goal here for the Malabarians. They will be out of reach. Linthoi Gambi looks very, very nervous. She's beaten twice already. Indumati looking good for her 9th strike. Short run up. Indumati, same side, same result. Goal number 9 for Gokulam Kerala's number 8. Their 61st strike in total. And their 3rd of this game. A dismal performance from Kickstart. And they makes it 3-0 just like that. Linthoi Gambi did guess the right way. It was a quite too far from Kickstart's number 1. Golden Glove winner 3 times in the Hero Indian Women's League. It is turning out to be an awful evening for the side from Bangalore. A clear dominance from Gokulam. They will try to make this final a memorable one. Last year they went down against Setu Madurai and then fought back. Such is the firepower that they possess in their ranks. Even if they go down, they can strike back any moment. That was a challenge on Sandhya. Savitra Bhandari's screamer setting the tempo of this game. Still struggling to come out of their area. They are completely knocked out of their strides. Now the ball retention has been a lot more quicker from Gokulam Kerala. Here is another example of that. Dangmei Grace winning it from Sarulimbu, capitalizing onto her back touch. Receiving the first pass from the goalkeeper just on the edge of the area was Ashalata Devi. Adding that bite in midfield, Dangmei Grace. She has been the balance of this Gokulam Kerala team. Now it's all about managing this game. The most number of goals conceded by Gokulam Kerala in a single season, 6 this year. On the flip side, Kickstart had 6 clean sheets. That is quite broken. Now a nice link-up play. Sandhya with a weak left foot. Just outside the box for Bhandari. Still bobbling in the area. Dalima Chibbar getting it clear, getting it away from goal as far as possible. A quick challenge on Kiyoko, putting her off. Ashalata Devi just disturbing her enough. Very difficult to break down this Gokulam Kerala side. Ball position just keeps on increasing for Gokulam. It was 57 earlier and now it's 58. Looks wide towards the far side. It will be easily kept in by Sandhya, who gets there ahead of Babita. She is back there doing her defensive work. Such has been the pressure from Gokulam Kerala in the first half. Even the strikers of Kickstart are dropping deep and defending. Another clear gap. Ranjana Chanu. Can she put some quality in the center? A flick header from Dalima Chiba towards the byline. Hung up at the far post. It has gone out of play. And no, it hasn't. Bibicha takes a look up and puts it away. Elizabeth receiving the ball deep inside their own territory. But the touch, nothing productive as yet. A flick on from Elizabeth. A miscued clearance from Asha. Can they find one back before going into the breather? Only one attempt from Kickstart in the first half. It was Kavya on the half turn and narrowly missing the target. Apart from that, it was all Gokulam Kerala. The team in maroon all over the place. They are calling shots at the moment. He will certainly be a very happy man. Doesn't shows his delight. Stays very cool and calm, and that is a hallmark of a good coach. And if you look at Anthony Andrews, supremely calm and composed in the technical area, and as experts say all across the globe, a coach is as good as his team. Bibicha taking on Ranjana Chanu. She is outnumbered. 3 of them quickly closing her down. Bhandari. Dalima winning that individual battle against Sabitra Bhandari. Mitchell Castana Anthony Andrews this evening taking into account the weaknesses of Kickstart's fullback, given the fact they've not been able to go up on the overlap. Anthony Andrews thoroughly studied the Kickstart side and exploited the weaknesses. And they have hit the nail on the head right from the word go. Sabitra Bhandari all by herself. Sabitra Bhandari, that could have been a cute little finish. That could have been 5-0 for Gokulam. A strike for Sabitra and a couple of close chances, nodding it towards her own path. Went for the finish straight away into the 6-yard box. No maroon shirt was waiting in there. The Kickstart FC defense falling apart. Going down like a pack of cards. Gokulam Kerala continues to unleash a furious assault towards the Kickstart defense. A back injury for Kiyoko Elizabeth. She's been very quiet in the first half. And the Gokulam Kerala midfield cutting off the supply line towards Elizabeth. Now each and every department for the Malabarians have functioned extremely well. Now, whether you are an opposition fan or a passionate watcher of the sport, Sabitra Bhandari is a player you need to watch out for, simply because of her outrageous scoring numbers. The 25 years old on 29 goals. Her tally is hard to match. Her speed, tenacity, and of course the finishing. Very few have prevented the worth of her shooting boots, and Kickstart had to come out with the ideas to keep her out in the second half. But they have a mountain to climb. Additional time of only 3 minutes to the regulated 45. The first half has been a one-way traffic. No thrills, no frills. Gokulam's classic football. Another inviting cross. A run offered from Indu was just a fraction too late. A minute and a half or so remaining in this half. It has been a defense versus offensive affair so far. No clear pattern visible in Kickstart's playing style. Kept on defending and defending. Gokulam Kerala just pressing from the front, closing them down inside their own territory and not giving them space to breathe. The team in blue not been able to maneuver themselves in the final third. Gokulam Kerala, the team in maroon, just sticking to them like a leech, making life difficult for the Bangalore-based side. And ever since losing that opening game against Eastern Sporting Union, it has been a dream run for Kickstart. Even if the finishes as the runners-up, it has been a tremendous season for Chauba Devi and her girls. Gokulam Kerala just too hot to handle. Too much quality between the two teams in the field of play. And when you have quality in the pitch, that always tells in the end of the day. And Kavya giving a tough time to the likes of Shilki. She's been Kickstart's only bright spot in the first half. Dali Machiba went low. She may not have intended that, was clearly looking for Elizabeth. Would be half-time whistle any moment. Kanika Burman checks her watch and blows the half-time whistle. It's been a half clearly dominated by Gokulam Kerala. Chance after chance, managing to convert 3 of them. Sabitra Bhandari getting close a couple of times. Nothing so far from Kickstart. Only one shot. Just going narrowly wide of the second post. The mega final between Kickstart and Gokulam Kerala. Kicking off at the Trans Stadia. And these are the first half highlights. A goal apiece from Sabitra Bhandari, Sandhya and Indumati. Separating these two southern sides. Sandhya turning her man inside out. And a perfect finish from the number 7. A delightful cross. Sabitra Bhandari, his header not on target. Indumati winning the penalty kick. Dali Machuba handling the ball. Penalized for handling the ball inside the penalty area. Sabitra could have well completed her hat-trick had she converted her chances. But she still has time to achieve that in the second half. These are the first half stats. 56% possession for Gokulam Kerala, clearly dominating in each and every department, whether it's on target, offside, tackles or corners. Gokulam Kerala ahead in each and every department. As it stands at half-time, it's Kickstart FC Karnataka 0, Gokulam Kerala 3. We'll come back after a break. Welcome back to the live coverage of the Hero Indian Women's League 2022-23 from the Trans Stadia in Ahmedabad. Gokulam onto a 3-0 lead at the break. Grace and Sabitra Bhandari combining, resulting into the first goal. The Nepalese tucking in comfortably and very neatly lobbing it over the keeper. And Kavya impressive with her long-range attempt, but no goals yet for Kickstart. One change made by the head coach Chauba Devi as Shushpita Lepcha comes in place of Babita Devi. A lot of words may have been exchanged during half-time in both the dressing rooms, and Anthony Andrews will have been very vocal in how he wants his team to play. Impressive with his tactics, and he has made it no secret that this is a representation of what this country can produce in this sport as the team develops under him. And well on the way to the Trans Stadia in the early evening, it was almost as if the clouds came out in search of the front seats for this big game. You have to appreciate the culture and the tradition. For the second time in 2 years, after highs and lows, some magnificent goals and entertaining draws, the champions are decided once again in the grand finale. So friends, families and fans hold tight, because the final drop in the roller coaster still has 45 minutes left. And this, my friends, is the Hero Indian Women's League. Are you ready? 163 kilometers separating the two cities. In a vast country like India, 1063 is nothing, but in football, 1 point is everything. So we are underway with the second half. The hopeful champions elect against the title favourites. Mindumati so far having a very impressive game. Meanwhile, Saru Limbu is in the clear. Almost bursting through. Look at that, winning that aerial battle, running ahead of the Gokulam Kerala defense. 3 maroon shirts chasing her, and just when she was about to pull the trigger, Shilki Devi comes across and disturbs her enough, and the shot eventually is scuffed. Kiyoko, a bright start from Kickstart in the second half. Cross comes in towards Sushmita Lepcha, just escaping her. Out for a goal kick. Karnataka's Kickstart won 4 consecutive league titles in Karnataka Women's League from 2019 to 2022-23. With the local girl Rao in their ranks and her national teammates Shubhangi Sinha and Babina Devi, the Kickstart have the potential to emerge as the black horse of the league. And they have eventually emerged as the black horse. A shot from distance, just tipped over by Bitrice. And Kickstart's first shot on target of this game. It comes early in the second half. Linthoi Gambi from 35 yards out. Bitrice just tipping it over the crossbar for a corner. Can they make it 1-3 Kickstart? Kickstart's first corner of this game. Harmless in the end from Bunty Sharma. Tried to unnerve Bitrice. Now once again the set pieces, the corners and shots from distance letting Kickstart down. 5 shots on target from Gokulam, only 2 from Kickstart. Linthoi Gambi with the first shot on target of the second half. A pile driver from 35 yards out. Both the teams with 1 corners each. Saru Limbu in this game has been caged inside her own half. Not been able to keep her step up. The Nepalese. As the seconds tick by, pressure mounting on Kickstart. She looks like offside, Shushmita Lepcha. The flag going up against the number 15. Right decision from the referee. It was a very close call though. It looked very, very close. Maybe her left arm was offside. Shushmita Lepcha flagged off. One apiece in that offsides column. Sandhya escaping the challenge. Playing it into the path of Roja Devi. Ball comes in and almost an own goal. Somehow it had stayed out. Not having a greatest of games, Dalima Chiba almost chesting it onto her own net. Roja Devi's across. Dalima at the near post. Had to make that intervention. In swinging floater. Linthoi Gambi comes right back into the mix from Ranjana Chanu. A confident clearance from Kickstart. Anthony Andrews will be aiming to keep a clean sheet. The last 3 matches they have conceded, Gokulam Kerala. Very uncharacteristic of their side. Sabitra Bhandari in a foot race with Dalima Chibar. And she wins the race. A battle of titans. Oh, nicely done, wrong foots. Sabitra Bhandari with the cross. And Sandhya makes it 4-0. Good finishing from Sandhya. A brace for the number 7. Rising high like a high rise in Ahmedabad. And now standing on top of her balcony. Her presence from the top looks so much like her glorious past. Sandhya, once the most valuable player of the Hero Indian Women's League, once again in the thick of action. Those two combining once more. Sabitra Bhandari's cross and Sandhya's header. It is certainly a match made in heaven. Champagne football from Gokulam Kerala. Free scoring as always going forward. And a sublime header from Sandhya. What a match we are having here at the Trans Stadia. Merciless football from Gokulam Kerala. They are leaving no stone unturned to strike, to torment and tantalize and tease the Kickstart FC defense. Simply toying with the likes of Dalima Chiba, Linthoi Gambi. Both of them had a terrific season. But Gokulam Kerala make them look so simple tonight here. Again a missed attempt from Pakpi Devi. Sandhya, can she complete her hat-trick? Get up, says Kanika Burman. What a game she is having, the number 7. Almost powering past, sandwiched between couple of blue shirts. She just keeps going and keeps adding to her tally. And Praveen will be delighted to see this. Had a month-long preparation before the tournament, assembled the squad together certainly bearing fruit. Managed to keep the core of the team intact. Made few new additions. Changed the foreign contingents. It was El Shaddai and Winton the previous season. Viviana J and Sabitra Bhandari. The Nepalese coming back to her former home. Ranjana Chanu. Inverted fullback, the number 14. Very attack minded. It has a crossed line for throw in. A one-sided affair in the final. The way Gokulam Kerala played tonight, it seems the opponents aren't present in the field of play at all. A telepathic understanding between Bhandari and Sandhya. A goal and an assist for the Nepalese. A couple of assists against Eastern Sporting Union as well. She looked slightly subdued against Odisha FC, but got back her scoring boots. Maybe saved them in the locker against Odisha FC for the final. And all the budding players are keeping an eye on this game. It's a learning curve. The way Sabitra Bhandari makes those direct runnings at the opposition's defense, the way she scores, keeps a cool and calm head in front of goal. A very prolific striker. Since 1991, the top women's football tournament in India has been the Indian Women's Football Championship. The tournament served as a female equivalent of the Santosh Trophy, with states competing against each other. Pulling her down, Kiyoko Elizabeth. Most of her contributions in this game has been pulling down Gokulam Kerala players. No joy going forward for the Kenyan. Was with Setu Madurai last year. She loves to play for the teams from the southern part of India. A 63 goals scored by Gokulam Kerala in 10 matches. More than 6 goals scored per game. A staggering number. Here is Bhandari. Once again, a nutmegs Dalima Chibbar, cutting through Sabitra Bhandari. Forcing a save out of Linthoi. For the second time, she wrong foots Dalima Chibbar. Twinkle toward the number 17. High class stuff from a high class striker. And 4-2-3-1 is Anthony Andrews' system of choice. Here is Hermelian Kaur. A right reason to smile. Her side in a comfortable 4-0 lead. And Anthony Andrews will look to keep on adding to their tally. Almost turning out to be a practice game, a pre-season game for Gokulam. It doesn't look like a final. A wholesale of changes made by Chauba Devi. Kyoko Elizabeth subbed out. Renuka comes on. Another Nepalese international. Sarita Yumnam will replace Bunty Sharma. Kickstart exposed at the back. As we touch the hour mark, it's Kickstart FC 0, Gokulam Kerala 4. A brace from Sandhya and a goal apiece from Sabitra Bhandari and Indumati. Anita Kumari replacing Bibicha is the confirmation of the third change made by Chauba Devi. Here comes Sandhya. Jinxing past Sarita. Tees up Indumati. Makes a mess of it. Kritina was there to help out. Possession stolen away by Kickstart Sadulimbu. A flat footing Shilki Devi. Sadu once more. Nicely done there. The ball played forward, Ashalata Devi. Just a calming presence at the back for Gokulam. The player lying down injured. Doesn't look too serious. 45-55. Pretty close in terms of the ball possession, both the sides, but Gokulam Kerala have taken their chances. They have breached Kickstart's kingdom. We'll try and show you the goals. Or 4 of them. Quality strikes. Starting from Sabitra Bhandari. She had a couple of players in blue upon her. Sandhya just teasing, tormenting and tantalizing. And the Setu Madura, the Kickstart defense, scoring her first. And that was the handball incident, resulting into a penalty that was converted confidently by Indumati. And the first goal of the second half. Sabitra Bhandari being the creator on this occasion, putting it on a platter for Sandhya. Back in 2014, after the success of Indian women's team, mainly in the SAF Women's Championship, a push to start a women's football league along the lines of recently started and successful Indian Super League happened. The clubs such as Pune and Bengaluru had expressed interest in joining a women's league. And it was around that time that All India Football Federation started plans to create the ISL style league for women's. The first edition was played in Cuttack. Teams played each other in a round robin, a format with top 4 teams advancing to the semi-finals, and all matches of the 2-week Indian Women's League were played at Delhi's Ambedkar Stadium, with the first match scheduled for January 28. And 2017, the final round of the season was played at the Nehru Stadium in Shillong. The Rising Students Club from Odisha were crowned champions after beating Eastern Sporting Union. The long bursting run for Kritina, checks back onto her right, gazing her options. Going according to plan here, Gokulam Kerala. Sabitra Bhandari, whenever she gets to the ball, there is a possibility of something happening. A lot of takeaways for Kickstart from this particular season. Apart from few players, there is no match between this Kickstart and the Gokulam side. Old-fashioned channel ball for Sabitra Bhandari. She certainly got more pace than Dalima. Dalima Chiba shadowing her. Sabitra Bhandari winning that battle of attrition. And not giving up on her chase, the number 9, fighting for every ball, covering every blade of grass. Ranjana Chanu trying to create space for the cross, keeps going into the box, sets up Sabitra Bhandari. Another deflection and goes behind for another corner. Ranjana Chanu, look at that, using her upper body strength, squaring it for Sabitra Bhandari, taking a touch off a blue shirt. Relentless pressure from Gokulam. The Kickstart FC defense falling apart. Surge after surge from the Malabarians. Hardly any breathing space. Using her outstep, Roja Devi. A good clean catch from Linthoi Gambi. It has been Gokulam Kerala's night so far, with about 24 minutes of regulation time still remaining. Cross from the right, Ashalata. Clearing it just in time. Sarita Yumnam. And out of Astam Rao's reach. And now through the middle. Narrowing it towards Sabitra. Still not happy, Anthony Andrews. He wants more. Kavya into a central role in the second half. She operates usually from the flanks, but more of a creative role for the number 99 as Saru Limbu pushing forward into a number 9 role, working the ball from behind. Here is Bhandari. Indumati. A space for Sandhya to exploit. Stays with her. Sarita Yumnam. A good piece of defending from the number 55. Back in 2019, the Hero Indian Women's League's round of 4 started on 24th January. All matches were played in Bangalore Football Stadium. It had 12 teams divided into 2 groups, and the teams played each other once, and the top 2 teams competed in the semi-final. Gokulam were crowned champions after beating Kripsa 3-2 into the final. Proving to be quite easy to deal with on the left hand side. Saru Limbu. No such troubles for Bitrise so far, apart from one attempt where she had to tip it over the crossbar. A shot from Linthoi Gambi from 35-40 yards out. It has been a very comfortable evening for Bitrise. Now the beating of the drums can listen to those noise in the backdrop. Adding just a different charm to this game. Nice rangy viewpoint. The final played under the floodlights here at the Trans Stadia, making it very intimate. And this particular venue has the potential to be one of the best footballing destinations in the country. It has hosted the national games last year, Manipur winning it. It has been a happy hunting ground for Linthoi Gambi. Not tonight though. Her heroics last season earning her a berth in the Indian national camp. Made 9 appearances as well for India. Regulation time of 20 minutes or so remaining. The entire Kerala will celebrate Gokulam's success. It's not just a victory for Gokulam Kerala, the victory for Kerala football. Unearthing diamonds after diamonds in the last few years. So many players emerging from Kerala, and not just in men's football, but also in women's game, the likes of Manasa. Meanwhile, another direct running from Sabitra Bhandari. Linthoi Maibam reading the danger and off her mark quickly. Kavya. She is offside. Anita Kumari. Talking about the head coaches who've won the Hero Indian Women's League so far, it all started with Bembem Devi with Eastern Sporting Union in 2016. Shukla Datta Rising Students Club winning it in 2017. A couple of offsides. Kickstart in favor of Kickstart. A couple of times in the bargain of going forward, they were flagged off. Even Amrutha Arvind of Setu FC in 2018, she won it. Priya PV of Gokulam winning it in 2019-20 season, and also was the head coach of the Gokulam Kerala side that played in the AFC Women's Club Championship. Saru Limbu once more. She scored from a similar kind of position in the previous game for Kickstart against Setu Madurai. This time the shot doesn't come to fruition. That is for the photographers. The way Bitrice throwing her body towards her elastic right and grabbing it. 9 shots on target from Gokulam. They've converted 4. 2 from Kickstart. That clearly shows the dominance of Gokulam in this game. The rub of the green not going Kickstart's way. Sabitra Bhandari with the Midas touch. Whatever she's touched has turned into gold this season. And the winners, they do get gold around their neck. Committing herself early. Dalima Touching it out for a throw-in. We are into the last quarter then. It's time for the water break as well. Gokulam Kerala making a change. In fact, it's Kavya. That's that for the number 99. Shubhangi Singh replacing her. And at the water break, it's Kickstart FC 4, Kickstart FC nil, pardon me, Gokulam Kerala 4. Gokulam Kerala generating so much excitement with their gameplay. And we'll try and show you the goals that have been scored in this game. Starting with Sabitra Bhandari. This was the best among the lot. Then Sandhya barging into the penalty area. Takes a look up. Everyone thought she would cut it back. Kept the defense guessing till the last second. And that is what all the top attackers do. Just thinking out of the box. Indumati's involvement resulting into that penalty earned by the number 8, scored by the number 8 as well. And this was the brilliance from Sabitra and the clinical ability of Sandhya, making it 4-0 for Gokulam. The top scorers in the history of the Hero Indian Women's League, the 2016 season, Kamla Devi of Eastern Sporting Union finished with 12 goals. Bala Devi with Kripsa in 2017 with the equal number. And then Bala Devi again top scorer in 2018 with Manipur Police by bagging 26 goals. That is the highest in a single season. But Sabitra Bhandari has broken that record this season. She's bagged 29 goals. Still about 14 minutes left in this game. El Shaddai with 20 last season. And Dalima with a long clearance. And looking for a consolation. Kickstart. They are yet to enter the final third. Whatever chances they've produced have come from outside the box. Gokulam Kerala defending in numbers. Doesn't look to be in a hurry. A crossfield pass from Sabitra Bhandari. Sarita Yumnam with the header. Sushmita Lepcha stepping in. Inside her was Anita Kumari. Yumnam again. Asking for the return. Well seen by Sandhya. Excellent defensive work. Ashalata with a dummy. Gokulam are playing like a well-oiled machine. The last couple of seasons wasn't a flash in the pan for the Malabarians. They have proved it. Gokulam Kerala have started to smell the title. Winning it 3 times in a row is an incredible achievement. And double defending champions of the Hero I League as well. Until last season. 5 national trophies in the last 5 years. And that is a remarkable record. The team just born in 2017. Setting records after records in the Indian football. And Sabitra Bhandari could be in on goal here. There's the cutback! Roja Devi this time. Benefiting from Sabitra Bhandari's brilliance. Dancing past the challenge. Sabitra Bhandari from the right of goal. Cutting it back. Adding insult to injury. Cool, calm finish from Roja Devi. Just getting in behind the Kickstart defense. Dalima Chiba not managing to defend that. Roja Devi getting there first and doing the job for Gokulam. 5-0 up the Malabarians. A 5-star performance with still 10 minutes left. Asam Roja Devi. She's been a silent killer for Gokulam. She scored that all-important goal, that all-important equalizer, in fact, against Odisha FC in the quarter-final. And she is known for scoring vital goals for Gokulam. 11 different goal scorers for Kickstart this season. Gokulam Kerala just too strong for the blue ship, and they have got proof of turbulent waters here. Job done by Anthony Andrews. Now the next target will be to keep an assignment, keep a clean sheet. Looked like it would have almost skittered away from Bitrice. Good dive from Bitrice. Slightly predictable. Dalima Chiba. It looks like a cramp. Not a single change made by Anthony Andrews. Within a span of 48 hours, playing their second game. Dalima Chiba, once a hero with Gokulam Kerala. And now Kickstart's mainstay at the back. There is Sandhya, who just took the game by the scruff of its neck. What an involvement, what an inclusion she has been for Gokulam Kerala. Gokulam's game changer. Indumati on 9 goals, Sandhya on 8. And Sabitra Bhandari's 29. Those 3 taking the scoring chart to 46 goals. Roja Devi with 4 goals as well. Gokulam with 64 goals in 9.5 matches. Link up play here. They're running out of gas here, Kickstart. The drums beating loud. Gokulam making a loud statement. They're synchronizing with those drum beats. Kickstarter down in the dump. They have run their race and now dancing to the tunes of Gokulam's. Those loud musics quite deafening to their ears. Gokulam Kerala masters of finals. Anthony Andrews might make a change with 5 minutes of regulation time remaining. What a performance put up by Ranjana as well. Looks like a knee injury for Dalima Chibar. Spit Rice almost had an off day between the sticks for Gokulam. An off day in the office. No such assignments. Just few important touches. That's it for the number one. Sandhya on the verge of lifting her second crown. Chauba Devi looks dejected and distraught. And now Indu. Run from Sabitra, she gets there. Good save from Linthoi and helps it out now for a throw-in. Time and again cutting in onto her favorite right foot. Dalima just helping it out. It was a weak punch out from Linthoi Gambi. And Mansa, the youngster, will replace Sandhya. She has done her job. Now chance for young Mansa. To put icing on the cake. Can she get her name on the score sheet? A collective effort from Gokulam Kerala. Each and every move well choreographed. Shushmita Lepcha scuffs it completely. Sandhya's strikes. And this is how she's made it 2-0. Clever. Absolutely cunning from the number 7. And a clinical header. Those her moment of brilliant. Sabitra Bhandari, can she finish it on 30 goals? Kickstart altogether have scored 34 goals. Just 5 less of Sabitra Bhandari's strike. There's going to be additional time of 5 minutes, that is the word. Asthamurao snatched away by Shilki Devi. Ranjana Chanu close to her. Indumati stays on her feet and Indumati keeps going. Lost control of the ball. A crunching challenge. Referee plays the advantage. Sarulimbu. Asthamurao challenged by Ashalata. Renuka with a try from distance. Almost a catching practice for Bitrice. Anthony Andrews haven't used Vivian RJ at all in the final. That goes on to show the squad depth of Gokulam Kerala. She was one of their primary attackers during the Kerala Women's League. Sabitra again with that trademark outside dodge. Goes past so easily. Dangmei Grace. And Dangmei's ball in. A player arriving at the back post. It was Roja Devi. Running the ball out of pitch for a goal kick. And that was Dangmei Grace's cross towards the far post. Just the last 3 minutes. About 180 seconds. The Malabarians just 180 seconds away from lifting their third Hero Indian Women's League title. Once under Priya PV. It's gonna be second time in a row under Anthony Andrews. The first coach as well to win back-to-back Hero Indian Women's League titles. He has etched his name in the history books. It has been a clean game from Gokulam. Ruthless going forward. Solid at the back. Goal and couple of assists for Sabitra Bhandari. Sabitra Bhandari was interested. Dali Machiba. Kickstart Football Club would not want to concede any further. Fifth corner for Gokulam Kerala. Roja Devi, scorer of the fifth goal, plays it short. Maybe something off the training pitch. It didn't work out. Gokulam Kerala won't mind. They've got enough between them and Kickstart already, with less than 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Another corner. Gokulam looking for half a dozen. Linthoi Gambi plucks it out of the air this time. Might be the last bit of action of this final. Last 5 seconds. Kanika Burman, all eyes on her. She has taken the whistle on her mouth, and that's that. Gokulam Kerala are the champions of the Hero Indian Women's League 2022-23. Anthony Andrews has unperformed on his promise. The promise of that final has led to this paradise, back to where he belongs. Gokulam Kerala back to where they belong, on top of Indian women's football. Their third Hero Indian Women's League title, 3 times in a row now. The Malabarians rejoice. Will be celebrations throughout the night. Sabitra Bhandari, their hero, ending her campaign on 29 goals. 19 goals difference between her and the second highest scorer, Kajal D'Souza of Setu Madurai. Surely top of the table finish in the group games was significant, but proper glory is to represent India at the AFC Women's Club Championship. Last season it might have escaped them, despite glorious football throughout the season, despite the goals, despite the flow and the beat at which the team takes. And Asia, here they come. Gokulam Kerala are coming, and they are yearning for a significant achievement with a continental reward, and they have done it in style. Sabitra Bhandari have done it in style for them. An artistic finish from the number 9. Sandhya was the artist tonight as well. These are the chances created by Gokulam. Could well have ended in double digits as well, had they converted all of them. Well, the first half ended 3-0. Starting the second half on a positive note, Kickstart. That was a save from Bitrise, but wind knocked out of their sails when Sabitra Bhandari turns Dalima Chibar inside out and produces this peach of a delivery for Sandhya to finish. Bhandari was hot on the heels of Kickstart FC defenders. And this time with another assist for Roja, gone through Linthoi. Dalima's free kick. A wonderful victory for Gokulam Kerala.
Hello.
They've won 9 out of their 10 matches. Just 1 draw and 9 victories. That draw came against Misaka United in their third group game. And these are the match stats. Gokulam Kerala leading in each and every department. 33 fouls altogether in this game. 6 corners won by Gokulam. 11 shots on target. And they have managed to convert 5 of them. This is the hero of the match, Sabitra Bhandari, the Nepalese international, for a goal and a couple of assists. She will be presented a check of 15,000 rupees. She is indeed a big game player, and she has proved it time and again, not just for his country, but also for her club. 1 strikes and 2 assists. And look at that. Absolutely no words to describe this goal. Came off her feet like a tracer bullet. Now the fans will celebrate. And the drum beats are even louder. The 20 years after Kerala Police won their second straight Federation Cup in 1991, Gokulam men's team brought the smile back on the passionate Malayali football fans by becoming the first team from southern state to win back-to-back I-League and IWL Championship, the premier club tournament. Gokulam Kerala women's team just being a step ahead than the men's, and making it 3 times in a row. It has been a wonderful journey for Gokulam Kerala. Once again on the summit of the women's football in India. They have ended their campaign on 64 goals. These are some of the memorable strikes. The captain Dangmei Grace had a phenomenal season. The youngster Manasa had a chance as well to get her name on the score sheet. This was a Shilki Devi's header. Gokulam Kerala almost in each and every game. They've been free scoring. This is Vivian Ajay. She finished on 5 goals. This was Sabitra Bhandari's first goal of this season against East Bengal, and then the second after receiving a guard of honor from the Red and Gold Brigade on the opening day, winning it 8-2. A journey to remember. Sabitra Bhandari, their inspiration. Dangmei Grace, their captain, their legend. Their creator-in-chief in midfield. A glut of goals for Sabitra Bhandari. Sometimes a scorer of important goals and sometimes provider. I can't deny the contributions of Bitrice and their goals keeper Soumya as well. Has been a memorable journey. And look at that. The way Indumati, she troubled. A remarkable comeback for the youngster. Almost a new lease of life for Indu. during the Kerala Women's League for Lord's FA. She was snapped up by Gokulam Kerala almost immediately once the league ended. These are the goals scored by Gokulam against Eastern Sporting Union in the last game. That is how Sabitra won the penalty. Indumati being the second highest scorer for Gokulam, finishing on 9 goals. Now Vivian Ajay came off the bench, justified her inclusion in the starting 11. They deserves a lot of credit. And apart from scoring goals, Sabitra Bhandari have been provider of plenty of goals off late. As the season progressed, as the game progressed, just grew onto her role. She has been the leader in chief. This was Roger Davies' crucial strike and betrays his heroics during the penalty shootout in the quarter-final against Odisha FC. This is the strike the stadium will remember for a long time. So skillful. The goals of today's games. Bhandari could have had a hat-trick. A player who has been involved almost in every goal that Gokulam Kerala have scored this season, and that is why she is their main goal scorer. What a player, Sabitra Bhandari. An AFC Women's Club Championship. Are you ready? Gokulam Kerala are coming next season by the virtue of winning the league. A brilliant season. Dalima Chibba. That was the last time Kickstart hit the target in the final. They could have write the script. They really could have. It came down to the pressure becoming too much for Kickstart. It was one step too far. Kickstart, they put up a fight all the way. It's a horrible way to lose a game. But Gokulam Kerala don't care. This is football. It was written for them at the start of the season to try and win a trophy. Anthony Andrews has delivered. They must have to start so many times to get things right. Football is so odd compared to the oddities of this universe. And rivers are not meant to issue from the center of cliffs, and mountains are not supposed to have windows, and the earth is not supposed to have tides. Gokulam were meant not just to make it into the top 8 or top 4 or the top 2. They have, and what do we know? We know about this game. It has thrown us this remarkable night. Even the stats are suggesting so. Kickstart will be inconsolable. They will want to throw logic out of the window, and they will let emotions take over. For Gokulam Kerala, this is their takeover of the Hero Indian Women's League. But we are taking over Ahmedabad tonight. Let me tell you, this is gonna be a celebration that could last not for days, but for weeks. Gokulam Kerala will want to look forward from here on. Now it's all about success in the continental stage. Beatrice on her debut season, winning the league on Indian soil. Had she not performed those heroics during the tiebreaker against Odisha FC, Gokulam wouldn't have reached the final. They wouldn't have come this far. You simply can't deny Beatrice and her contribution. A big contribution during the quarterfinals. Savitra Bhandari with serious expression, but so smooth, so sweet in front of goal. 5 hat-tricks, 29 goals, 5 against East Bengal in the opening day, 4 against Sports Odisha. That was Gokulam's second game of this campaign. She stood a brace as well against Hops, and that was a 3-0 victory for Gokulam. Four against Mata Rukmani as well. That was Gokulam's third highest margin victory of this campaign. A couple of goals during the game against Mumbai Knights as well. Gokulam finishing 11-1. And 4 strikes against Mata Rukmani. A brace a couple of nights ago against Eastern Sporting Union.
Mr. Ajay Bhai Patel,
And a goal and couple of assists on this night of all nights.
President All India Football Federation, Mr. Mulrat Singh Chudasama, Honorary General Secretary Gujarat State Football Association and Chairman Grassroots Committee, Mr. M. Satyanarayan, Honorary General
What an
Secretary
absolute
Karnataka
spectacle.
State Football Association,
And to conclude this
Mr. Hanif
remarkable
Jinwala,
2022
Vice President
23 season of
Gujarat
the
State
Hero Indian
Football
Women's League.
Association, Mr. Mayank
Without a
Buch,
doubt,
Treasurer, Gujarat State Football Association,
the final
and
showdown
one
of
and
the
only
league
Bembam
truly
Devi,
lived up to its
Arjuna and
expectation.
Padma Shri Award. I would request all the dignitaries to please rise on the stage. As we commence this glorious award ceremony, it is essential to express our heartfelt gratitude to the exceptional partners who have contributed to the resounding triumph of this event. We extend our sincerest thanks to title sponsor Hero MotoCorp, official ball partner Nivea, marketing partner Football Sports Development Limited, organizing partner State Gujarat Football Association. Last but certainly not least, we express our sincere gratitude to the government of Gujarat for their unwavering support. Before we embark on the presentation of the well-deserved team award this evening, we must seize this moment to express our deepest gratitude and present a token of appreciation on behalf of the All India Football Federation to our exceptional local organizing committee. Their invaluable contribution have been the cornerstone of this remarkable tournament, and we owe them a debt of gratitude. Without further ado, it is now my honor to invite Mr. Kalyan Chaube, President All India Football Federation, to please bestow a commemorative memento to Mr. Mulrat Singh Chudasama from the Gujarat State Football Association. Their unwavering dedication and support have played an integral role in the success of this event, and this gesture serves as a symbol of our heartfelt appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, please give applause. It is now time to recognize and honor the exceptional players and match officials who have shone brightly in their exhilarating season of the Hero Indian Women's League. To begin, I request all of our dignitaries to please step forward and present the mementos to the final match officials. I request all the match officials to please come on the stage.
যখন এন্ড করব তুমি আমাকে at least 35 সেকেন্ড হাতে রেখে বলবে ঠিক আছে
Next, I kindly request Miss Bem Devi to step forward and present the award trophy along with a check of rupees 75,000 for the best emerging player of this season. Please join me in welcoming Miss S.M. Aram from Kickstart FC Karnataka as she graces the stage to receive the esteemed emerging player of the league award. Next, I invite Mr. Ajay Bhai Patel to present the award trophy and check of rupees 1 lakh for the best goalkeeper of the league. Let us warmly welcome Ms. Lenthoi Devi from Kickstart FC Karnataka as she steps forward to collect the highly coveted Best Goalkeeper of the League award. Next, I call upon Mr. Hanif Jinwala to present the award trophy and check of rupees 1 lakh for the highest goal scorer of the league. Join me in a round of applause for Ms. Sabitra Bandari from Gokulam, Kerala FC, who outstandingly scored an incredible number of 30 goals in the season as she collects the highest goal scorer of the Hero Indian Women's League award. Now it is time for the most anticipated individual award of the tournament, the Hero of the League. This award recognizes the player who has consistently outperformed and showcased unmatched skills throughout the entire season. I humbly request Mr. Kalyan Chaube to present the award trophy and a check of rupees 1,50,000 to, any guesses? Miss Indumati from Gokulam, Kerala FC, who has truly memorized us with her outstanding form. Now let us move on to the team prizes. First, I kindly request the team captain of Kickstart FC Karnataka, Ms. Dalima Chebar, to join us on the stage along with all the team members to collect the runners-up check of rupees 5 lakh, followed by the medal ceremony from Mr. Ajay Bhai Patel. Ladies and gentlemen, I request you all to please give applause for Kickstart FC Karnataka.
It's gonna be silver around their necks for Kickstart. It's been a decent season for them. Before the beginning of the season, they wouldn't have thought to come this far. They've signed few senior players. Experience always matters in a league of this stature. Linto Igambi once more awarded the Best Goalkeepers Award. 4 times she has been awarded the Golden Gloves. Sabitra Bhandari of Gokulam Kerala bagging the highest goal scorers. And Indumati was adjudged the hero of the league. And apart from the players, this support staffs, they deserves a lot of credit by getting this team ready day in and day out. And their skipper Dalima Chebar, she has been rock solid in a new role. And Kickstart FC, the runners-up, handed over a check of 5 lakh rupees. The senior international had a very good season.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more award, but due to the unavailability of the player, we are giving a Best Defender of the League award to Ms. K. Gopavi from Setu Madurai FC. I request you all to please give a round of applause. And now, the moment we all have been waiting for. Let us welcome today's triumphant team, the champions of Hero Indian Women's League 2022-23 season, Gokulam Kerala FC, to the stage for the medal ceremony.
Covered in gold, and that's what champions get, gold around their necks. A remarkable game and a wonderful story. And this game, so often we say that football is a romantic science and that it needs heartbeats and heartbreak, because that is what romance is all about. And tonight Gokulam Kerala are the heartbeat of the Hero Indian Women's League. Their head coach Anthony Andrews drew a dream in daily lives, so much so that it could bother him, and now he can be slightly okay with what he's done, because that is as far as he allows himself to go. But these players and this side can enjoy. What an achievement, and not just for them, but for the young head coach Anthony Andrews, who was questioned so many times, but he has provided that elusive answer. And Anthony Andrews in that white t-shirt in complete contrast. He has proved his worth in women's football. A successful manager. He was also in charge of the Gokulam men's team as well during the Hero I-League.
Worth rupees 10 lakh and the illustrious Hero Indian Women's League trophy from Mr. M. Satyanarayan and Mr. Kalyan Chaube.
And Gokulam Kerala, they have won their third Hero Indian Women's League title. The 2022-23 is theirs.
Our esteemed dignitaries for the gracing us and their presence. Thank you all, sir and ma'am. Once again, congratulations to the extraordinary champions of India.
And now they can ask who says these days are not like those days. Because those days Malabarians were exactly like these days, where silverware would dance in the center of their eyes. Gokulam Kerala, the champions. And gold coming down from the heavens. These players get their reward for a season hard fought and deserved. The Malabarians, Hero Indian Women's League trophy winners. Wondering if it is a real moment for them. Let me tell you, it is. And as the season ends, we will remember it mostly in the metaphors of metals. The burnished bronze of Setu Madurai's title defense, the beaten copper of Odisha, and zing of the storm that Kickstart faced. But it will mostly be remembered by the iron will of Gokulam Kerala, which turned into silver of the Hero Indian Women's League trophy. A remarkable achievement. It will go down all the way into history books. Gokulam Kerala, the champions. Maybe shortage of space in their trophy cabinet.
Ladies and gentlemen,
3 Hero Indian Women's League title already.
on the stage.
Praveen certainly is going to be a very proud man at the moment. They have really worked hard over the course of the season
Mr. Mudrar,
in assembling these players together. It wasn't an easy job at all.
for the best defender of
Of the
league.
disappointments
Let us
of the
extend
men's
applause
team in
as
the Hero I-League.
Gopavi from
And everybody wrote off Gokulam Kerala.
received the prestigious best defender of the league award.
But their riches when it comes to women's football still lies. It's been a wonderful story here. A brilliant season where 16 teams took part in this edition of the Hero Indian Women's League. And Gokulam Kerala finishing on top once more. What an achievement, not just for them, but also for their young head coach, because that is for the second time he has tasted success. So until next season, goodbye, good night, and congratulations to the champions.